Good morning, everybody. It's TKB. We're back for another Good Morning Banter. I shut off the wrong thing in the background, but it is Friday, Freestyle Friday. We just wrapped up a workout with Joel BamBam Mills. He's going to be joining me this morning for our Freestyle Friday. We're going to chat about everything he's got going on over at BamBam's Fitness, his crossbody program, Metabands program, our new boxing course. We got all kinds of cool stuff on the go, but Joel's an absolute legend, and I'm stoked to spend my Fridays chatting with him. So I'm going to bring them up right away. We're going to get right into it. It's funny. We noticed as soon as we woke up this morning, we're both wearing the same shirt. So what's going on, brother? How you doing, baby?
Morning, everybody. How you doing, TKB? Hope everybody's doing great.
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Just had a little morning workout with one of your Freestyle Friday classes, and now getting a coffee in, and just stoked to be sit down and having a banter with you this morning, buddy.
Best workout of the week, man. Fridays is that's the celebration workout. That's what I like to call it. The nice one workout where we go into it and the whole goal is to just feel good and recover and re-energize.
No, it's obviously like the way you've built that program is awesome. We get to go, work through the week, how you have it pretty heavy at the start of the week, and come Friday, it's all just about the movement and flowing through it. And I think that I think it's a little extra fun since we've added the music, and like I say, we got the Dr. Bombay we're playing, but I think that makes the Friday a little more fun too, because a lot of it, like a lot of shadow boxing, a lot of flowing through different motions and stuff, and it's always a little funner vibe with a bit of music.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Fridays are like that. I think I love them the most too, because they they're inherently meaningful to me, because it's how I used to work out in hotel rooms. So when I'd go traveling for boxing, I'd work out in the hotel room, because I was the kind of kid who I could not take a day off. Even like the day before the fight, I had a hard time like standing still. So I'd just grab a towel and I'd whip off a workout in the hotel room. So being able to do that again and just go off the top of my head, man, makes for some great workouts and great times.
Nice. I just realized I forgot to go live on Twitter, which is the only place anybody cares about what I'm doing. So I just fired it up on there. So we just went live on Twitter. So shouts to everybody.
All right. Shout out to Twitter. We're back, baby.
But yeah, we're obviously here with my buddy Joel BamBam Mills from BamBam's Fitness. For those, I'm sure some people have seen the show. We've been recording a podcast with you, Ringside Banter. That's been pretty fun. We got about 4 episodes in the bag now. Me and you did one. We sat down with your dad for episode 2. Earl, what an absolute beauty.
Earl's going to get about 6 episodes. He's going to need.
Oh, man. Yeah. Infinite stories, right? He's been there for your whole journey, and obviously a bit of a character. Just some of the stuff he says, it's pretty clippable moments. He don't give a care. He just says,
yeah.
And then obviously Liz joined us for episode 3, and shouts to her and her family. I know they just had another kid. So, best of love and health to them. But it was awesome of her to join us this morning. And I know she does a lot of your workouts. She's probably going to be excited to get back on the program, because your programs are so good. Because like you can literally say you're just getting back in shape, or, coming out of like something like that, like a pregnancy or anything like that. Literally just set your resistance as light as you want, work back into it. Like we can all do the same class at whatever level, whatever resistance we want, right? So that's one thing I love about it. Like my mom does the same workout as me. I guarantee I'm lifting heavier than my mom, or doing more resistance than my mom when we're doing your live class. But that's one of my favorite things about their program there.
I knew really early on when I created this program, I knew how individualistic it was, in the sense of I had people who got into this program trying to bulk, and I would set their weights a little differently, and I would set their pace a little differently. And then I had a lot of people come into the program trying to lose weight, right? Most times when somebody is taking on an exercise program, that's the goal. And with the same workouts, I was able to achieve both. I was able to achieve growth and bulk, and I was also able to achieve plenty of cutting and plenty of weight loss. So I knew I was onto something special. And then over the course of the 4 years that I've been doing them, I knew that the best thing that I could do for people and for everybody out there is to simplify it as much as I could. So I started focusing on making the results come as simply as possible. And that mainly started with the meditative aspects of working out, like one thing that I really like to work on when I'm training is my ability to focus on my breathing. And as I started working that into the workouts and making that a focal point of the workout, all you need to do is show up, focus on your breath with me for an hour, and you'll find yourself at the end of that hour fatigued, and you got a great workout in, but you also find that sense of peace while you're training. You know what I mean?
No, 100%. And that's one thing that I like about it. Like, because with you guiding me through the class, like some people, you know, maybe they want to do their own workout and they set their own thing and work at it at my own pace. I like doing it with you because obviously you're a pro. You've been doing it for 30 years. You kind of set the pace, which makes me go a little more than you might like. It keeps me from falling into that laziness that a person might be like, oh, I'm a little beat, I'm going to slow it down. Instead, I'm like, oh, like, fuck you, Joel's doing it, I gotta be able to do it too. And excuse my language, but you know, it gives you that motivation. But then you're always reminding people too, and that's one thing I like of like, we're not even in the same room and you're like, oh, make sure your back's straight, and I'm like, oh shit, and then you know, breathe through it and you talk through it, and now I'm starting to be at a point where I'm pretty natural at knowing I should be breathing and doing all that stuff. But there's still a lot of times where just having you lead through the workout, it's huge because it gives me those cues and it reminds me like, oh yeah, take that breath, straighten up a little, like get the best out of it. And the fact that you're so dialed in and that you're able to give those cues even when you're like online. Some days you probably don't even have a customer in the building. Obviously, when there's a customer in the building, you can probably look at that customer for those cues, but like you got it every day. So I love it. It keeps me on track.
Oh, thanks, man. No, it's been great. It's been a great experience for me too. You know, over the course of the last 4 years, couple great benefits for myself. You know, working out that Monday through Friday. That's another one of these aspects of the program that that I've been able to prove, I think, over the last 4 years, and that's no rest days, Monday through Friday. And naturally, you're going to overload your body. And when your body gets overloaded, when it gets overloaded safely, it's always going to match the workload. So it's going to adapt. That's what we do, is we adapt. And that's how you get bigger and stronger, faster, more effective. So that Monday through Friday, what we do is we work out as hard as we can Monday morning. Monday morning is the most important workout of the week. Following that Monday morning, we simplify it. We simplify it to the point is all you need to do is show up from Monday morning on and just move through the workout comfortably. That Monday morning, we've broken our muscles down enough that each time we show up, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're going to compound that breakdown. By the time Friday rolls around, our muscles are so overloaded. All we need to do is just move through that Friday workout comfortably. But our mind and our body is going to be hacked into thinking it's going as hard as it can because of that overload that we put on it. Then Saturday, Sunday, we learn that recovery. Those are our recovery days. And what I've found is over the course of the last 4 years, your body, as it learns these rhythms, will naturally respond even if you don't, right? So you can override a bad meal. You could override a week of workouts where you're only doing 2 workouts or 3 workouts a week. Your body is going to learn these rhythms, and naturally Monday through Friday, it's going to stay at like a high metabolic rate, burn a ton of calories. And then Saturday, Sunday, it's going to learn to recover. And we're going to bring these rhythms into our life, and those rhythms end up taking over and the results come on their own.
Yeah, no, and I don't disagree. It's a great program to fly through it. And I like, say for me, this week is I maybe only get 2 days in because I've been working late on content and some extra dad time and stuff. But I feel like my body stays, you know, like you said, it kind of stays in a good rhythm. A big thing for me too, though, has also been, as you know, I've been starting to do some fasts once in a while. So like about every 3 months, I'll do like a 2-3 day fast. Doing those fasts has helped my relationship with food massively. Like I guess the easiest way to say is, you know, when you get that little hungry feeling and you're like, okay, I got to go eat. Like, and we've always just been taught like 3-4 meals a day, like, and you shouldn't be hungry. Doing a fast has taught me like, no, that's actually good. Like my body needs that. It needs to regenerate, needs to go through different cells and stuff. And that has helped me just completely vamp my diet, which that to me, I think that's been a big bonus for me too, because now in the morning, usually I don't even do coffee most mornings now during the week. I just do water. I kind of almost mini fast in the morning, salad every day for lunch. And then I have like a big protein filled like supper. I'll have a protein shake too in the morning or whatever. But between like being able to get my diet down and then following your program, I mean, I feel like I'm in almost the best shape of my life. It's going to be hard to it might be hard to compete when a guy was 21 in his glory days. Fucking, I want to say I'm in better shape, but I don't know. A guy was pretty dialed in at one point when we were young.
Yeah.
I'm sure you were the same.
Well, yeah, and it's crazy that that's another thing about this program that I feel. The addition of the bands. So the bands worked into the program has been so good for my joints and my balance and my sense of stability, that I feel like I'm young. You know what I mean? Like, as far as my body feels, I feel like I'm a kid. Like I could have a wrestling match in 2 weeks, and
which you are.
Yeah, get tumbled around and thrown around, and I know that I'm going to be fine because the joint health and the joint health improvement that those bands bring, and the sense of stability and balance. Yeah, that's exactly how I in my head, I'm like, I feel like I'm 16. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I love it. And you touched on a wrestling event. I want to get to that in a second, but give a shouts to, I guess, probably my number one fan, my mama. She tuned in.
All right.
And I know she does your MetaBands course, so yeah, she's probably cool to hear that. But I know that's one thing I had said even on your podcast that we do, the Ringside Banter, is that like at first the bands to me were something as a dude. I'm like, oh, like I want to build muscle. Like, what are bands going to do for me, dude? Like, I'm not looking to do no like Pilates type of thing, but like 100%, they are great. Like they build muscle in a whole different way. Like there's days where I'm doing those curl things and I'm like, oh, like, holy crap. Like this is all, or there's the one when you do I can't remember what it's called. That's why you're better to lead the fitness company than me. But like when you're open to doing the open, there's this muscle that I just have never felt before in a workout in my back, like on my shoulders. And I'm always like, I don't know what that is, but I bet you it looks beautiful. And I can just feel it. You know? And it's
it's wild. Like, as far as physique goes, I've never worked with anything that is so pivotal in the building of physique. And it's funny, same as you, Tyrone, I never touched a band prior to COVID, never touched it once. And I was reached out to by this lady who was stuck in London, in a flat in London. And it was her and a guy, and all they could get was bands from Amazon. So they reached out to me and they said, will you teach us a bands class? Because this is all the equipment we could get. And I thought, yeah, I mean, absolutely. I'll try her out and I'll dial her in and then get going. And so, yeah, I started working with them, and I could tell right away that the muscle breakdown that you get from them
was different.
It's a whole different animal. Yeah, it's a whole different animal. And I could tell right away too, just my sense of like being grounded and being stable. And that comes from all that work with the obliques, eh? Like every time you do a band exercise, you leverage it from the other side of your body. So you're naturally wanting to turn, or you're wanting to lean. And as you fight that urge, your sense of stability increases so much that you just feel strong, you feel balanced, you feel grounded. And I was like, there's something to these things. So I started dialing them in, and I've never put on muscle and had a better physique with weights than I do with bands. Never.
Which is obviously crazy to hear from a guy who has had the career you've had and spent, so many years as a professional, training probably some crazy hardcore 8-hour days in the gym and stuff like that, right? And so it's interesting to hear that. And again, some might say like, oh, he's just saying that to like sell a program or do something, but it is literally so good. And at this point, your gyms are back open. It's not like that it's just a program I know you believe in, and I love doing. I tell my friends about it, and I just think it's great because it's literally, like you said, you feel like you're ready to get in a fight or get in a wrestling ring any day from the program, but also literally anybody could do it from home, no matter what.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too is because of that aspect of it, and because of the way we built it and tried to simplify the results and simplify how those results come. Literally, there's one rule, and it's just showing up and moving for the hour with me, even if you're doing 2 reps to my 10 or 3 reps to my 20. It does not matter how fast you move through this program. What matters is you showing up and focusing on that breathing with me as you move through it, because that's the other thing. And I've also used the speaking and the guidance in between sets and while I'm doing sets in these workouts. I've used that as a way to build my core as well. So anytime you exhale, or anytime you say something, or anytime that you focus on a deep breath and you battle the urge to keep the breathing shallow, what happens is you get resistance from the inside of your body because your core is already engaged and tight. So it's like doing an extra sit-up for every rep you do. So as you work through this program, you focus on the breathing and you focus on the balance. And what happens is you overload your muscles so much, but you stay in that sense of peace and you stay in that sense of comfort. And you get to the end of the workout and all of a sudden your core is just cooked. And it's just what I find is the results come organically. You know what I mean? You don't got to try for them. They just come.
No, without a doubt. I mean, like I said, I've got the abs back going, and I'm like, and I, for whatever reason, just like feel great. Like every day, I feel like I'm way less sore all the time and stuff. So it's an awesome program. I love it. I got a little promo we'll run, and then we'll come back and razz everybody. I want to get into. I know you got a wrestling match coming up here in a couple of weeks. I'm excited to see. Tony, baby, turn on, baby.
Hi everybody, Joel Mills here with BamBam Fitness Club, here to introduce our Tuesday, Thursday MetaBand workouts. Some of the best training I've ever done. These little MetaBands, like having a gym in your back pocket, you can do anything with them.
Starting it off, palms up, and we're just gonna march the high knees. Time, guys.
Focusing mainly on resistance exercise and stability holds, guys. We're working that core throughout the entire hour.
Maintaining the pressure of the outside of the bed. Trying to pulse our chest up as that band comes down to the hips.
When we're working with the MetaBand, it's amazing how joint health, balance, general well-being, deep breathing, all of these things combine in the MetaBands class to send you on your way, your fittest, happiest, most energized self.
45. Bringing that band up as high as we can. We got 10. Good stuff. Back to wall rows. Time.
1 hour, guys, Tuesday, Thursday mornings.
It's about the reps. It's about the mechanics. It's about working the right muscle groups. My main focus as I'm training is to feel good.
We're going to train hard. We're going to break our muscles down so they grow back bigger, stronger week by week. These workouts are the best. Thanks for being on here with us at the BamBam Fitness Club. Can't wait to see you at MetaBands.
Awesome job. Until next time.
Little info about what the program's all about. Obviously, big shouts to Snoop too with the Dr. Bombay. We're both, like I said, rocking the shirts. All the music we use in all your workouts is come from Dr. Bombay and Snoop, and I love those vibes too. That ups the ante a bit.
Oh, dude, man, having Dr. Bombay and Snoop's songs to train to, it steps it up big time. I mean, the boxing and rap music, they go hand in hand, man. And, you know, when I was training, especially like at the Wild Card in LA and at Fortune Gym down in LA, I mean, there was hip hop music on 24/7. We lived our life by it, man. And yeah, to be vibing to that on Fridays just brings me back, man.
I love it. I love it. No, and obviously, I kind of got lucky. I had an opportunity. Snoop was doing the Cali to Canada tour here, so he was coming across Canada, and there was a kind of some VIP experience options at some of the concerts. So I was able to get my hands on one of those in Saskatoon to be able to go meet Snoop. And so then I kind of got chatting with him, and then obviously Snoop's followed me on, I guess not obviously, but Snoop's followed me on Twitter for probably about a year and a half from when I was buying all this music and kind of starting to work on this program with you and develop it all. So I would think, like, by no means does he know who I was, but I think kind of got on the radar a little bit because we were trying to integrate all the Dr. BamBam stuff. And so then when they knew it was me that was coming to do that like VIP experience, they're kind of like, okay, like we're going to kind of make it a little special for you, which I didn't really know what that entailed or whatever, right? But it was pretty awesome. They brought Dr. BamBam in. It was only me that got to go there and meet Snoop. And like one of the first things I said to him was like, hey, like you probably obviously don't know who I am personally, but like maybe you're whoever, you know, we've followed each other on Twitter for a bit when I started working on Dr. BamBam stuff. And right away he's sitting there and he kind of starts like giving me the like side of like, no, like kind of like, I know who you are, like, because I was wearing this shirt when I was there. And I was like, oh yeah, no, like the Dr. BamBam shit. And so then we were kind of chatting about it, and it was just cool. I was kind of starstruck. Like there was obviously probably more stuff I wanted to say to him, but like that's a dude who like I listened to in my vehicle when, I mean, I was like 15, like even before that. I remember being 12 years old when the Chronic 2000 came out, right? Black CD with the green weed leaf. Like I just remember being like, this is crazy. Like who's ever done this? Like
I tell you what, man, Snoop Dogg he is a legend, an absolute legend. So when I was down in LA, Tyrone, 7 years I spent down there, and I met so many celebrities, so many great people, right? But very few times did you meet somebody and you know you walked out of that meeting and they were on an even higher level, right? Most times you would meet somebody and you'd be like, oh, this is a regular dude just like me. This is awesome, right? But then every once in a while you'd meet one of those celebrities that you've always wanted to meet, and you'd meet them and it'd be like, oh my God, like this is on a whole nother level. And Mike Tyson was the only one that was on that level for me. Like when I met Mike, I was just, I could not believe that I actually got to meet Mike Tyson. That's and awesome. Snoop Dogg, he's on that same level. Like Snoop Dogg is a legend, man.
Oh no, yeah, it's crazy. Like, cause I kind of told him about like listening to music young when I had the subs, but I wanted to tell him the story I never got to. But like when that Chronic 2000 came out, at that time, my mom and stepdad had saved up enough money for us to take a train across Canada to see my grandpa because he lived in Nova Scotia. And so like whatever it is, like a 5-6 day trip or whatever, right? And I'm a little kid that you had your Discman back then, right? And I think I had 2 CDs to my name. Silverchair, Frog Stomp. I don't know if you remember that CD or not. And I think I got that CD, and then I got the Chronic 2000. And the train, you got that like viewing thing in the top of the people train. Like there's a glass thing at the top. I'm pretty sure I sat up in the top of the train for 5 days straight with the Chronic on repeat. Like I probably listened to the album 150 times, right? And like,
dude, we had the exact same playlist.
100%. And I didn't even think about it until actually after I met Snoop. But I was thought about it, and I was like, I was about 12 when I listened, and I realized I'm like, holy fuck, like I started smoking weed full time at 13. Like, did Snoop actually? Was it Snoop's and Dre's fault? Like, is that why I started off with dope? Because after I listened to this fucking album, you know, I don't think I clued into that till like last week. I'm like, holy shit. That CD might have made me start. I got to meet Snoop again and tell him that. Because
I tell you what, Tyrone. I mean, what an honor! What an honor to be able to have these songs in our workouts and be able to offer these songs. I mean, huge thanks to Snoop and Dr. BamBam because what a privilege, what an honor to be working with
that was
these
one
guys.
thing that I wanted to like, and I don't even know if I really got to convey it properly because I was a little bit starstruck, but that was kind of the big thing for me. It was like I kind of wanted to show them and get their approval. I didn't want to do it if they don't want me doing it, because it is fucking Snoop, and I don't like, I would love to. What I told him was like, this is cool. I got to like get this VIP experience and meet you. Like I wanted to take this opportunity. I wanted to show you it, but like I'm gonna work so hard that like we're gonna meet again on like because I've worked so hard terms, not VIP. And he was like, I'll be waiting for you, cuz. So I was like I have to do it. Like I told Snoop. So now me and you are gonna grind, make the coolest fitness company on the planet. And I would love to see Dr. Bombay getting some workouts going for you.
Well, we gotta go down to LA. We gotta hit Fortunes, and we gotta get Dr. Bombay to do a training session with me there. It'd be sick.
That would be so sick. I know we're planning to go down there in the future and line up some stuff at Wildcard. For people that don't know, Joel owns a portion of Wildcard Gym in LA.
Fortune Gym, no Wildcard.
Fortune Gym. So, started at Wildcard Gym and then moved to Fortune's Gym in LA after. My apologies. But no, that'll be fun to go down there, do some shows with some of your friends and then some of your boxing friends and stuff. One thing that's cool, the picture beside you there is a picture that was played in that promo of you training with Manny Pacquiao. That would be pretty legendary to try to get to sit down and chat with him as well. But either way, it's going to be fun to go down and do that. And that would be super cool to somehow try to line it up to maybe get Dr. Bombay to come do a workout.
I would love that, man. I'd love to do a mitt session with Bombay. That'd be great.
I know my friend there, Connor Tate, with player. He's came down and filmed our boxing class with you there. We'll be releasing that on your website in the next few months. Absolute beauty. But he put together that one promo reel for us of you working out to the Dr. Bombay stuff. And that's a beautiful, like he's a master at editing. That's an absolutely beautiful reel. So I'm excited to just get more stuff like that and show more people what we're doing with your workouts and have them come join and be a part of those Fridays. And go ahead.
The team of people that you've brought together and the team of people that you've been able to get started on this mission that we're on. It's quite a team, man. It's like Captain America, Earth.
In the end, it's mostly me and you. I think we're too hard-headed sometimes for others, but we'll get to there. It's a hard process to work towards a goal for 2, 3, maybe even 4 years and get no reward for it. It's not something that everybody can quite stomach, but I just believe so much in what we're doing. And I think we're going to be able to change people's lives with this program. I think we're going to be able to have a ton of fun with all the fantasy sports stuff I plan to do. And I think we can build one of the funnest like companies ever. Well, like keeping people fit and active and stuff. So it's going to be it's fun to build it out and be on the journey with you for sure.
Yeah. Well, I say it all the time, Tyrone, like what I learned in the ring from when I was 9 to when I until now, right? I've never stopped. And when you're in the ring and you're boxing, it's all your.
Oh, we lost Joel for a second. Where'd you go, Joel, baby? I don't know what happened there. It seemed like he had a hard cut for something. I don't know if he had a computer die or something. I'll pop myself into full screen. But I don't know what happened. Joel figured out he has a technical. He'll pop back up. I seen also our friend Liz Null. She was a guest, like I said, on episode 3 of Ringside Banter. I love this program. I'd recommend it to everyone. Again, Liz, we appreciate you and best of health to you and the fam. Congrats on the new little one. But I know, like I said, Liz does those courses, and she's a long time member of Joel's program, and she's boxed with Joel a few times. Actually, the first lady fight I ever got to announce was her and Jana from Calgary there. So I've announced them fight twice actually. So that was pretty cool. Got to meet Liz a time or two. I'm not exactly sure where Joel ended up there. I'm sure I see him down at the bottom there. I also hear my kid coughing. So she just woke up. Give me 2 seconds and I will be back in a second. Hey, sweetheart, what's up? Okay, I'll get you a blankie. Okay, well, Just stay there for 1 second. Okay, well, guys, I'm going to roll. I don't know where Joel went. He had some technical difficulties, and my little girl is up. So Joel won't be able to carry the show for me while I go grab her a blankie and some water. But I thank you guys all for joining us this morning. We're going to keep this program going. I'll be trying to go live 3, 4, 5 days a week here in the coming future. Freestyle Fridays, Joel will be joining me every Friday. What we're going to be doing actually is through BamBamsFitness.com. The link is up in the corner there to Joel's website. You can check out any of the podcasts with Liz, or we did one with Nick, the Fury Felber there. We just released that about a month ago. That's it probably is the best podcast I've ever done. It's amazing, amazing story. That guy's had a crazy, crazy journey to get to where he is. And it's been awesome to meet him and get to sit down with him. But my little girl is, she's needed dad, and she just woke up, so I'm going to go do my dad duty. I love and appreciate you all. We'll catch you guys next week. In the future, we're going to be leaving links for all our members at BamBamsFitness.com to join this show. We can have up to 10 people in the stream. So what we want is Joel's customers to be able to literally come, join the show, ask them questions, be a part of what we're doing, and literally get to talk to the fitness instructor they're working out with. I think that's something that's missing from a lot of online fitness. So we want to bring that to you. But until next week, I can't wait to see you guys at the program. Please check out the website. Reach out to me or Joel anytime. We'll get you linked up with that. The first 100 people to sign up to the site get a 50% off code. I think there's a few of those left. So go snag one of them. Get yourself a hot deal on some of the best workouts online. But until next time, I appreciate you guys joining me. Thank you guys, as always. Shouts to Dr. Bombay, Snoop for the Freestyle Friday music we used in this morning's workouts. And thank you guys for joining us in the show after. We will catch you next week. Until then, stay bushy, you beauties. Woo!